I'm Keisha Charmaine, and I'm back here with my watermelon and my spaghetti squash. But I wanted to make this video giving tips to all of you content creators out there. Although my primary position is entrepreneur, store, runner, I am also a content creator on YouTube and on Instagram, as I get paid to promote different brands and things like that. So I feel like I am in good position to give you all some tips on content creation. Although very often we are creating content to push a product, but if all you're doing is promoting, that doesn't come off as very authentic. People don't really want to follow you just for your recommendations, although that is why they follow you. But they also want to see you, period. They want to see you, whether that be your selfies, whether that be you out and about, living life, what have you, maybe you and your family and your friends. People want to see you. And I have some tips on different ways they can see you, different ways you can create your content, and have more to show your audience. So my first tip is to constantly scout locations. So always keep your head on a swivel and be mindful of your environment. If you see a cool wall somewhere, maybe you see a pretty door, just always be mindful of the different scenery around so that you can have different backgrounds and different vibes for your photos. Another tip, if you are out and about intentionally creating content, carry a tripod. If you can't have a friend or a photographer, shout out to Ivan, then make sure you have a tripod. A lot of times people like to have selfie sticks, but although selfie sticks are really convenient because they give you a lot more room to play around with and give you more distance, we still see your arm. Like, stick it out, we still see your arm. It's kind of awkward sometimes. When you get a tripod, you're able to have more freedom. Whether you're using a timer on your phone or on your camera, you have the freedom to use your arms as you wish. So I recommend you getting a tripod. And don't worry if people are watching you, taking pictures of yourself. If you're an influencer, I'm sure you're used to that by now. I'm sure you're over it. Like, at least you should be, because at first, when I would go places with my camera, my vlog camera, or if I'm recording myself out and about, it used to make me feel self-conscious when people would be staring. I live in New York City. People love to stare. So eventually I just got used to it. I got accustomed to it. So make sure you get used to it too. That's important. Tip number 3 is really important, that you consider different lighting situations. I'll talk more about that in this clip.
Keep as many options open as possible as far as color and as far as scenery. So as you can see here, we're in the beautiful sunflower fields here, and we have a couple of different things going on. We have our, as you can see, we have our greens, we have our yellows, we have our blues, which is in the sky. We have a little bit of orange because we're also coming into what is called the golden hour, where the sun refracts different colors of the atmosphere, hence the term golden hour. It's a little deeper than that, but at its basic explanation, this is the golden hour.
I call it the golden hour because my skin looks perfectly golden under that sunlight, just saying.
Anyway, so yeah, so basically just, taking into account the scenery, the width, the distance, and the depth. So whenever I scout a location, I keep all of that into play. Also, the easeability of access. So this is we're out in Suffolk County in Long Island, so to come from the city is a little drive.
And it's a nice change of pace. And consider the fact that we are social distancing right now. It's great. What is that? Oh, the 6 feet? Okay. It's great to be able to have, places like this outside where you can shoot. So we're not always contained to a studio. So I'm glad to be here at the Sunflower Farm. This place is so beautiful. I feel like last year it was a little prettier. Yeah, I feel like there were more flowers, and the flowers were higher up.
Right.
As you can see, like these flowers are like.
Well, do you want to come back?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? It's still a vibe.
Yeah.
It's still a vibe.
And so this is one of the parts that go into picking your location.
Yeah.
Colors, width, depth, lighting, absolutely, due to the time. Like the lighting now is going to look completely different than if the lighting was at 12 o'clock. It'll also be different if there was overcast or a lot of clouds in the sky. So, you know, we take that into account with every shoot. Actually, that me and Keisha do.
Right. As a matter of fact, the last time we came here, it was like midday. It was like midday, maybe.
Yeah, and I had to bring like one of these little things here. You see how
the reflector,
it's like a little reflector. So
yeah, because I had a lot of shadows on my face. Exactly. So I'm gonna insert a photo from that shoot so you can see the difference in between the lighting that day and the lighting this day. So you can see, you know, how much the light will make a difference in your shoot. See, the shoot is not just about, you know, being cute.
No, it's not.
It's a lot more to it.
No, it's more than that. It is. It really is more than that.
It really is.
And see now, look. You see the light now. About 5 seconds. Well, not 5 seconds. But about a minute ago, the light was different. But now, if you look, show the camera. So about right.
Yeah.
Over there. So now the sun is going down.
Yeah. And
you're gonna get different colors and how they actually even reflect off of the back of the flowers. You can see how it can create like what we call a rim light around certain subjects. So
like a halo?
Yes.
Cool.
And that's all about framing and composition too as well. So you have to take those things, well, I take those things into account. I'm sure other people do, but just saying it as a broad comment that, you know, just take those things into play with the shoot.
Well said.
Well said.
I pulled out my vlog camera during the shoot.
Yeah, so this is going to be one shot, one angle.
Speak up a little bit.
This is going to be one shot of angle straight ahead. So Keish, get ready? You ready? Move the scrunchie up there. Okay. Now turn that chin over. Ooh. Look a little bit. Chin more over. Just look over towards there you go. Squint just a tad bit, too much eyes. There we go. Alright. Should we show what should I show?
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so this is straight out of the camera.
Do you see this color? The lighting is amazing.
It's kind of hard to see exactly because we're shooting a camera from a camera.
Right, so I'll insert the photo.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Switch lenses.
Yep. So I'm going to try to get the back.
So what's this lens for?
This is a wider angle lens, so you get a lot more width. So I'm going to try to shoot you straight down and get a little bit of the sun.
Okay, should I put this camera away?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, put the camera down.
All right, mind your business. Tip number 4. Bring change of clothes. Sometimes, and I hate when this happens to me when I don't have a change of clothes, I get so many really cool pictures. But you don't always want to post yourself in the same look. People get tired of it. People see it all the time and they're like, oh, I saw this. I don't have to like this already. I mean, I don't have to like this photo. I already liked a similar photo to this. I don't need to like it. But if you changed your outfit, it would just seem like a completely different day. So it's always good to bring a change of clothes. Whether that means you're driving, bring a truck if you can, or change in your car if you're comfortable. You can also get a changing station if you're going to a place where you have room to set that up and change. Do that. Or maybe you're going to a museum or a library to take pictures. You can change in the public bathroom. It's fine. It's okay. We're not judging you.
I would say be mindful of where you shoot because some places may require you to have a permit.
That's true. If you didn't hear Ivan, he said to be mindful of where you shoot because some places do require a permit. we did have a situation one time. Long story short, we shot at a location that
Non-disclosed, can't disclose.
we're not going to disclose the location, but we shot at a location, and they knew we were taking pictures because they saw me change my clothes, and they told us, "Hey, you guys
And you were
can't."
changing too slow. If you would have changed fast, like we probably could have pulled it off.
I mean, I think I had to take my time because it was a public place. I didn't want to be too, touching stuff. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be touching on stuff, get germy. Didn't want to get germy. But they did tell us in the beginning when we first got there that no influencers. We don't like influencers. None of y'all don't post pictures here. But we're like, F that. I mean, we were like, forget that. And we tried, but yeah.
Yeah, it didn't work out too well.
It did, yeah, not too well. But so be mindful, do some research on the place. If you're going to be doing it at a location that may require a permit, do your research and make sure that you have permission so you can shoot freely. Although it is fun when you are shooting at a location where you're not supposed to. But I probably shouldn't recommend you guys do that. Here's the next tip. Bring refreshments. If you're going to be shooting with a team, especially because you don't want any disgruntled people on your team that will ruin the energy of your shoot and that will thus, taint the shoot.
Always feed the crew. Always.
Yeah. So that is if you're having a crew. Maybe that crew might be just 2 people, maybe an assistant to help hold your stuff and then somebody else taking your pictures. Even if it's a crew of 2 people, you want to make sure you have some snacks, some water, stay hydrated. Especially if you're shooting in the summer outside on location, you want to stay hydrated. So when it comes to posting, especially on Instagram, you want to make sure that you're switching it up in such a way that not all of your photos come out looking the same. So that means sometimes you want to take pictures outside, sometimes you want to take pictures inside. Sometimes you want to post selfies. Sometimes you want to post full body. Don't get the toes. Don't get the toes. As I said earlier, different lighting situations. Also, that also applies to unnatural, artificial light as well. Colors. Yes. Think about the colors. That's really important as well. That's a little bonus tip. Switch up your colors. You know what colors look good to you. So you may naturally stick to those colors. I know I'm guilty of that. Look at my eyeshadow. I'm always wearing a gold eyeshadow. And I'm a very golden girl. Like, I'm always wearing gold. So that's not the perfect opportunity to give you an example, but I do like to switch it up. I'll post a picture here of when I switched up really recently and I had this bright pink eyeshadow on, a bright pink top. Perfect. And the hairstyle will switch up too. So switch up your look. That's important. And last but not least, this is not necessarily about your photos, but this is more so about when it comes to posting. Your captions are really important. People very often neglect how important your caption is when it comes to making your posts on Instagram. They're really important for a lot of reasons, but I'll just name 2 reasons. Number 1, the more engaging your caption is, the longer your follower is going to be looking at your photo because they're reading your caption. And the longer you have their attention, the way the algorithm works is that Instagram is going to feel like, oh, she's important or he's important. You want people to be on your page for a longer time. It's very similar to on YouTube. You want engaging content because YouTube monitors people's watch time as well. So keep that in mind when it comes to creating longer, engaging captions. And when I say engaging captions, that means to consider things that are important to people. Can you fulfill a need? Can you give education? Are you entertaining? All of these are important factors when it comes to creating your caption. Now, I know very often we want to use that poppin' Drake lyric as our caption, but I promise you, an engaging caption that keeps people's attention and that can add value to someone is really what's gonna make you win.
That's not a bird. That's a person.
Now, I also have a ton of tips on editing your photos to post and different tips that I have towards that. So you can leave me a comment below and let me know if you're interested in a video where I show you how I edit my photos, and I can recommend the best apps to edit your photos. If you're interested in that, let me know. Leave a comment down below.
Photographer's supposed to edit your photos.
Now, this is where Ivan and I bump heads. Move your hand. This is where Ivan and I bump heads a lot. Don't talk about that? Oh, okay. I know this, I've heard this conversation with other people too, so I'm sure that some of you guys can relate. A lot of times photographers don't like when you edit your photos yourself and tag their name to it, because they see the photo as their art. So you're altering their art, and you know, they're artists and they're sensitive about their stuff, you know. But from the influencer's perspective or the model's perspective, when it comes to our platform, I feel like we have the right to represent ourselves.
Bullshit.
No profanity on my channel, please.
Sorry. It's coughing.
Corona. I feel like we. So let's just wrap this up. As an influencer and as a model, I think that it's my right to represent myself how I want to represent myself on my own platform. So
consult your photographer.
Right. So make sure that you speak to your photographer about how comfortable they are when it comes to you editing your photo prior to posting it.
Vice versa.
And vice versa. Yeah, that's important. That's it. Make sure you check out www.KeishaCharmaine.com for your supermoon earrings, which is what I'm wearing right now. I also have a few other handmade earrings. You can also buy those. I just restocked my oils, so shop now because they sell out quickly. Shop now. Yeah, follow me on Instagram at Keisha Charmaine. Thanks for watching. Love, light, and locks. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a big thumbs up and remember to subscribe. You can always visit www.KeishaCharmaine.com for hair growth products, hair accessories, and more. But don't leave just yet. Check out my featured video and my latest video.